What's up, guys? I'm coming at you with something a little different. Okay, I'm coming at you guys with something a little different from what I have normally been posting. Normally, I post like vlogs and, like chit chats and stuff like that, which is, I think that's going to be the bulk of what I do. And I'm coming a little different because I also do not have a wig on. I just took the wig off this morning. I got in the shower, steamed up my hair really well, and then I just slid the wig right on off, and I went to go pay a bill with my doogie braids, and then I came home and I undid them. So this is my hair. I have yet to wash it. It desperately needs to be washed, but that is not what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about makeup. We're going to talk about setting sprays, foundations, and concealers. Not just like them as a whole, but I'm going to talk about, like what foundations have worked best for my skin tone and for my skin type, as well as concealers and setting sprays. So let me get them out first of all. Okay, so first why is this shaking? Y'all, so first we are going to talk about foundations and concealers. So first on my list, I have the Urban Decay Naked Stay. Wait, hold up, let me get this right. First we have the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation that claimed to be up to 24-hour wear by Urban Decay. And we also have its friend, the concealer. I'm in the shade 60 Warm Yellow. I think that's what it stands for, but it's WY. And then in concealer, I have the 50 NN. So the way my skin is set up, I have different colors all over my face, okay? So my neck is like red, right? And then I'm really yellow in the face, and I can also be like a little neutral because especially during the winter time, I lose all my color and I start looking a little pasty. Okay, so this is what I tend to use like more so during the winter time. But I mean, if it's like cloudy or something like that, I can pull it off during the summer or the springtime as well. So as far as like how it runs, it's got this little pump right here that looks nasty, but I promise it's just foundation. The foundation itself, I feel like to get the best results, you hear that, you kind of have to shake it up a little bit. It is very, very liquid, and it is a little runny, and it dries down fast as well. So when you pump it out, I normally just try to like pump it on my brush and just try to build as fast as I can. Now the concealer is probably the best out of the duo. I can pair this concealer with any of my foundations. And for my under eye, I feel like it brightens it up, and I think it kind of gives like that Instagram baddie, like, or the runway red carpet look that most people are trying to go for. This is probably one of my favorite concealers. But again, I have to wear it like during the winter. You don't have to use much to get what you're looking for. It has the doe foot applicator like that, very creamy, probably one of my favorites. Next we have Miss Fenty. I don't know why, and I think I mentioned this in another video, but for some reason, like, I was opposed to wearing Fenty Beauty products. Like, and it's not because I had anything against Rihanna or Fenty Beauty or anything like that. It's just like everybody was hopping on Fenty Beauty. Everybody was like, oh, this is the best foundation. Like, no. I was like, no. I need to have somebody real pop out and be like, no, this is not working. But it, I don't know why I was so opposed to it, but I bought it probably, I think I bought it a little bit before I graduated around May from college, and I love it. I think it doesn't have like a strong like pasty smell. You don't need much to get what you need done. The what is that called? The texture of it isn't too much. Like, you just put it on your brush or put it on the back of your hand and put it on your face. You don't need much, like I said, to just brush it onto your, I use a brush, that's why I'm playing brush. I use a brush, and like it spreads so nice. It looks so nice. The finish is nice. Like, I don't look dry. I don't look oily. It stays most of the day. Like, probably hands down one of my most favorite foundations. I'm in the shade 310, and this is the Pro Filter concealer. And then in the foundation, and then in the concealer, I'm in the shade 300. So what I like about Fenty Beauty is that they pair really well. Like, the foundation and the concealer pair really well. Like, Rihanna really did her thing on that, okay? Because like, I'm always struggling finding a foundation and a concealer that pairs well together. Now, okay, so another thing, it has a pump, which is always very handy. This concealer also has the doe foot applicator. This also, I feel like the concealer is more natural since it pairs with the foundation. So it's not going to give you like that runway look, but like if you were to wear this every day, or if you were looking for a more natural look with your makeup, then, you know, of course do the whole pairing. But like, if you're more skilled in makeup and picking what is best for your face, what look you're going for, what is best for your color, do whatever you want to do, girl. But I feel like for my skin tone, which is like, I have combination skin, I get oily in this area like most people do, and then it's normal, and then in the winter like it'll get like really dry. This is the one that keeps me through the seasons. I can wear this no matter the season. It does well with my skin. Next we have Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place was like really hyped probably a couple years ago, and everybody was hopping on it because like it was Black owned, and what else, like the color range, and there were just many different reasons why people were hopping on this. I'm not here to say what was going on with Juvia's Place, how Juvia's Place acted to the Black community. This is not what I'm here for, okay? But I personally did like Juvia's Place, but I grabbed the wrong shade because it's hard for me to find my shade anyway. But I use this as a summer shade, and then I mixed my other concealers because I got the wrong concealer shade as well. Like, this was just too bright. A doe foot applicator. This was too bright for the shade of foundation that I got. So those summers that, like, as you can see, I mean, look at this, and then look at me. Okay. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I had going on in my head, but it's just not gonna work. So yeah, that's all we're gonna say about that. But it's a good foundation for matte wear. I wouldn't say that it lasts, but I'm not sure if it was like holistically the foundation and the concealer, because, and I'm not gonna give my shades on this because it's not accurate to me. Like, it's a summer shade, and you know what I'm saying. This is great. It feels good, decent on the face, but it's a very thick consistency. So you really have to like work with it and make sure that you're taking your time to make sure that it's even. The concealer is fine, but the foundation you really have to work with. As for foundation, last but not least, we have probably my favorite as far as like high end, the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. And I'm smiling so hard because I have finally found my holy grail. Okay, I've been on this makeup journey for a while and I finally found my holy grail. So my shade is Spice Sand, 4N2, just to be specific, okay? And then I got the wrong shade in concealer. It's a little too bright, okay? Maybe like a shade and a half, a shade or two too bright of a concealer, but I can make it work if I blend it with my other concealers. But the shade that I got was a light warm, it's 1W. And so it's a different, this is, you pour it out. That's the only thing I don't like, okay? It's the only thing I don't like. And then you have your typical doe foot applicator. This foundation, I only need one layer of setting spray and do a really good foundation routine and make sure my skin routine is on point, and this baby is not coming off. The baby is not coming. Like if I were to go and hug some dude with a white t-shirt, I'm talking about, it's not coming off. It's not coming off. So that's why it's my favorite. Like it doesn't make my skin feel dry. It doesn't make my skin itch. Like after I were to wipe it off with a baby wipe or like wash it off in the shower, like it's by far my favorite. I have no complaints and I've worn it probably about 2 or 3 times now. Like it's, I don't know. I don't know what's in that, but it's great. I love it. And I'm not hyping it up. There's no way that I'm paid for this, for any of this, because I'm a small YouTuber. Like I'm just getting started here, but that has got to be my favorite foundation, hands down. Now we're gonna get into setting sprays. So I have had it with the setting spray community because like when I first started getting into setting sprays, I was doing like NYX and like the drugstore brands. And I'm not knocking drugstore brands because sometimes they're better than the high-end brands, but the drugstore brands were not doing it for me. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. They still won't do it for me. So then I tried Urban Decay, and like their regular size bottle is like $40 a pop. Okay, so I tried it and that joker does not work for me, and I was just so upset because that was $40 a pop, and like as a college student I was not having that. So I was very upset. Like I just paid $40 for this and it's not, my makeup is still coming off. What is the problem? But then I got into Ben Nye's Final Seal. I don't know if I got like a wrong batch or like if this is how it's supposed to be, but it feels like I'm spraying peppermint on my face. Like and in the way that this sprays out, it's like somebody is spraying water on my face and I can't, it still doesn't stay. Like I heard like that, like when people do like the makeup for movies and stuff like this is what they use, and this was not doing it for me. I don't know. I have no idea. Now next we have Charlotte Tilbury. This, I love it. And if I use this with my Estee Lauder foundation, I don't need anything else. Still nothing swiping off on a white t-shirt, nothing like that. But if I use it with my other foundations, like, and this is like a high-end setting spray, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I still like it. It does better than any other setting spray I've tried, but it's just not up on my list. Now next we have the Pore Professional Super Setter, and I just bought this probably like, I don't know, last month sometime, and it's already like, and I've only worn makeup a few times and it's probably already halfway gone because it's that good. Okay, if I use these two in combination, my makeup's not going anywhere. I would test it for probably like 8 hours and I would say it's not going anywhere. But this by itself, a good 2 or 3 hours, it's not coming off on a white t-shirt. Fenty, Estee Lauder, Urban Decay, those foundations, like this by itself, 1 or 2 sprays, 1 or 2 layers of it, my makeup's not coming off. And part of that could be just because I've learned how to perfect my makeup application and my skincare, like what pairs well together. But since I've had a pretty consistent skincare routine and foundation routine for the past like year, and I've been using different products, I would say like it's probably the 2 setting sprays, Charlotte Tilbury and the Pore Professional, that has been holding it down, keeping it real. And so I am probably going to do a drugstore version of this, because all of this is like pretty much high end. Juvias Place is like in the middle. Like it's not high end, but it's not like drugstore either, because you can only get it at Ulta. I don't even know if Sephora sells it, to be honest with you. But yeah, those are my favorite foundations and concealers. So that is really the end of this video. I've shown you my favorite setting sprays, concealers, and foundations. I will always suggest to pair the foundation and the concealer together because they're usually around the same formula. However, I will say that sometimes you can pair different things with different items and they'll still pair well together. But I would just say, you know, be cautious, because there are different ingredients and different items, and you may create some kind of reaction and it mess up your skin, or you may just not get the best results. So of course I'll be coming at you with another video, but I decided to switch things up because I do like messing around with makeup and I do think it's fun. And I know like it gets tiring hearing me like just going on about my day and driving and doing this and whatever. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course there will be more content, and let me know if you like this video. Let me know what more you would like to see from me, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.